My goodness. Thank you for coming. Hi. All right, everybody. So today we're going to be learning about how you're not a baby or your cow and how you should be drinking soy milk now. Thank you for coming in. If you guys want to talk to me, you absolutely can. That's no problem at all. All you have to do is just come over here and just put your name down in the box below, and you can come in and say hi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming in. All right, so who do we have here so far? Let me have a look. We have, let me see here. Oh, on TikTok, I've got somebody on YouTube here that says hello. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Michael. Hi, Jax. Hello, Dylan. Hi, Dylan. I see you requested to come in. Let me just see. Guys, I got to get myself organized here. There we go. Got a pencil. Okay. Hi, Valentina. Hi. All right, so I'm vegan and I've been vegan for almost 10 years. This is my vegan declaration day here. This is the day I became vegan on June 27th, 2016. So this June, it's going to be about 10 years. So I haven't had any eggs, no cow's milk, no cheese, no products from animals at all. I haven't bought anything. So that's what being vegan is all about. It's actually not even a diet, it's a moral stance. So being vegan means that you don't want to hurt animals and you really try your best every day not to eat them, not to buy their body parts, not to go to places like circuses and the zoo. Somebody says, you love me and you want me to marry you. Oh, I'm already married. Already happily married to my husband here in Italy, but thanks for the offer. Somebody says, I see animals as my equal, and that's why I don't hurt them. Oh, that's great. Thank you. What about over here on YouTube? What are you guys writing? Let me see. Jaxie says, this next one might get you messy. I don't know what that means. Not sure what you mean. Where did you get your hat? Oh, I've had my hats for so long. I don't even remember anymore. I'm really pretty good with my clothing. I take really good care of it. And so they last forever. I have no idea. I have a hat, one like this and a beige one, the same that I got. And I honestly don't even remember. Usually I get things secondhand, but because they match, I don't think I got these particular ones secondhand. All right, so somebody wants to come in here on TikTok. So when you come in, remember that you're going to be a teaching assistant. So you have to be over 18 and you have to know how to read. Hi there.
Hello.
Welcome to the live stream. Where are you in the world?
Ohio.
Pardon me?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. How are you feeling today? Happy, sad, angry, good?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. What time is it in Ohio? Here in Italy, it is actually a quarter after 2 in the morning, just after midnight. So it's Sunday morning already here. What about you?
It's 8:16 p.m. on Saturday.
All right, cool. So would you like to read a card? Do you know how things work here? Have you been here before? Or have you seen the live? Okay, so first we're gonna start off by reading this. So you gotta read this enthusiastically because you are now a teaching assistant, okay?
Hello, TikTok and YouTube. Welcome to class. Eat my fucking pussy now. Immediately.
Do you have one? You sound like you're a man. Anyway, we shouldn't be eating cats or anybody's body parts unless it's consensual. Of course, I guess you did offer, but no thanks. I'd rather not eat your pussy. I'd rather eat healthy vegan foods and rather be kind to animals, you know? I don't want to eat a kitten or a cat or anybody's pussy. No, thanks. But hey, you tried to read. You made it to the part just after welcome to class. But feel free to come back again when you feel a little bit better, a little bit kinder, a little bit more sane, Okay.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to class. Are you sane?
Hi. Huh?
Are you sane?
Sorry, what does sane mean?
Like, are you mentally okay?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm Zoe. I don't know if you remember me or not.
Oh, hi. Here you go. How about you try to read this, okay?
All right. Hello, TikTok and YouTube. Welcome to class. I'm Zoe, Miss Katie's new teaching assistant. Please tap on the screen 100 times each to create little hearts to encourage me. After that, write the number 100 in the comments and then keep going if you think I'm doing a good job reading and explaining veganism. Thank you.
All right, that's so much better than the last person. You did a very good job, Zoe. Okay, so thanks for coming in. I'm here in Italy. I'm a registered nurse and also a school teacher. Tell us a bit about you before we talk about why you're vegan. Are you vegan?
Yes, I am.
All right. Tell us a bit about you.
Well, I'm Zoe, and I am here in Dubai, and it's 3:19 a.m. Sunday.
Okay, what's it like living in Dubai? Tell people where it is also on the map. Some people honestly have no idea.
It's in the Middle East, it's like in the Arabian Gulf.
And what's it like living there? Do you live like in a regular house or a fancy high-rise?
Middle class, yeah. Upper middle class, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna read some cards, okay?
Let's go.
Okay, so this is just a random vegan fact, and it explains something about veganism to help teach people. There you go. Read this.
If everyone ate a vegan planet-exclusive diet, we would help save the planet because we would reduce the amount of land we use for agriculture by 75%.
All right. Isn't that amazing? We would save a lot of land. Oh, thank you guys for the decorations here on TikTok, but I don't want any tomatoes being thrown at the screen, okay? I don't like that. That's a waste of food, right? They are tomatoes. I know you're at least handling some vegan foods, but wasting them is not okay. All right, what you can do instead, though, is you can put some fruit dancing on the desk. Just a cute
chicken on your shoulder.
That's right, a chicken that dances on my shoulder. There's all kinds of cute little cartoony things you can do, okay?
Yeah.
And what's happening over here on YouTube? Let me just see. Somebody says, best teacher ever. Hi, Cal, or Kai. Sorry, I can't read your name. It went too fast. That's nice. Thanks for being kind. And who else do we have here? Somebody is pushed. I don't know what you guys are putting here. That look like some teeth. I can't tell what that emoji is. There's a bunch of hands, pink hands. I'm not sure what that means either. Somebody says that I'm nice. Thank you for saying that. Sometimes I'm not always super nice because, if people are mean to animals, I'm not going to necessarily be super polite or kind. I'll be, I'll give my message in a tough way sometimes. But thanks for saying that anyway. All right, next card, random vegan fact, number 14. Can you read this, please?
Yes, non-vegans are racist towards animals. They treat them differently just based on how they look. Vegans, on the other hand, protect all animals, not just cats and dogs. Vegans are against all forms of racism towards anyone.
Yeah, thank you for reading. So what made you decide to be vegan?
Okay, so the reason why I became vegan is because when I was like 13, I think, 13, 14, I watched a video on YouTube on how animals are being treated. And that just made me want to go vegan. Obviously, I started by restricting my diet a little bit, started becoming vegetarian, then vegan, until I adjusted. So I recommend doing that to those who want to try to become vegan.
Yeah, the thing is about that is I don't actually recommend doing it that way necessarily because although if it worked for you, that is one way. But the dairy industry, where the way that they treat cows is actually even arguably worse than the meat industry itself.
Yeah, I know. They force breed them, and that's like sad. But like as a teenager, you have to go slowly, so you don't just shock your body. So that's what I did. But obviously, I could have done better and just went vegan straight away. But I mean, at least I'm vegan now.
Yeah, you are vegan now, and that's wonderful. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate you. So, guys, vegans don't steal from animals. Oh, what's this? Thank you for the decoration, Tyler. Wow, that was some sort of flower, and I'm not sure what else was there. Some sort of green. To the person throwing the tomatoes still, can you please not do that? All right, I don't want any tomatoes thrown here. But yes, I do like the puppy with the farts that look like hearts. It's cute and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I just want to say something about what you said about shocking your body, because actually it's not really a concern. What you're talking about, probably the reason you're talking about trying to not eat meat first and then just stop eating cheese and eggs and so on is more mentally. Because if you decide this very moment that you will never eat meat again, if you decide this very moment you will never steal the eggs from a chicken or steal the milk from a cow, your body will be completely healthy. Nothing will be shocked in your body. Your body will just be really happy to start eating healthy vegan foods. But if it works for you to cut down gradually over, let's say, a few weeks or something like that, or a month, then that's good. But if you take too long, then there'd be so many more animals that suffer, you know? All right, let's go to the next person here. Hey, we've got someone named Tyler who wants to come in. Hi, Tyler.
It's Tyler's sister.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say I became vegan after I started watching you.
Okay.
And you were one of my biggest inspirations.
Okay, well, thank you very much for telling me. I do appreciate that. Maybe don't use your sister's account, you know, it's not really okay. I prefer people use their own accounts, but thank you for coming in to tell us. Very nice of you to let us know. Every day's a new day to be vegan, guys. Let's listen. To discover your empathy. Every day's a new day to learn and to be vegan with me. Every single day is a new day, guys, to be vegan, to be kinder and help the planet. Every day's a new day. Help the animals. To learn, to discover your empathy. Every day's a new day to learn and to be vegan with me. Thank you guys on TikTok for tapping on the like button. Thank you very much for tapping on the hearts. And thank you for reposting. I'm just going to read some of your names out loud if you are reposting and if you just subscribe, because I want to thank you for helping me here. That's very nice of you. All right, so who do we have here? We have Max. Thank you, Driana. Thank you, Sarah Hendry. Thank you, Jessel. Thank you. Oh, a bunch of you reposted. It's going so fast. I'm so sorry. We have Z and H, Casey, Attack Mare. Got somebody, Romanus, who just reposted, excuse me. We've got Amy and we've got Bobby. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you, David. Thank you guys for being here. Alfie, thanks for reposting. And yes, you can come in to talk to me. And oh, I'm so happy you became vegan. Thank you for telling us. If you became vegan, just if you write down just the letter V for vegan, that I'll be able to read your name out loud if you became vegan. By the way, you can spam any letter of the alphabet because they all represent veganism in some way. Like if you want to spam the letter Z, that means you're reminding us that you don't want to hurt zebras. And you understand that vegans don't want to hurt any animals, right? Thank you for writing the letter V, guys. Hey, 20 V's so far. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. Letter M is for mushrooms. Letter C is for carrots. Good, what do we have here? C for carrots and cucumbers. Any other letters? Love you, you said somebody. Thank you. Very kind. What else do we have? Any other letters of the alphabet? No, YouTube is not putting the letters, but TikTok, you guys are. All right, I'm going to say that other foods. D is for dates. We've got Q for quinoa. Quinoa is a type of grain that is vegan, also high in protein. H is for hazelnuts. What else do we have? Oh my God, it's going so fast. F is for fenugreek and for fruits. T is for tofu. You guys are amazing. A is for apples. Nice, guys, writing down all the different vegan foods. Okay, let's get somebody else in here to speak. If you guys on YouTube want to communicate with me, there's this thing called Super Chat. So you can put down a comment that stays on the screen. So it'll stay on the screen for a little while. If it's yellow, it stays longer. If it's red, it stays a really long time. And pretty much the whole live. So if you have something really important to say, you can do that. And I'll try to read as many out loud as I can. All right, let's go over here to Robert.
Hello.
Oh, hi guys. Sorry you have to be over 18 and by yourself. I'm sorry, you can't just be a whole gang because I have to be able to hear each of you individually, okay? So if you want to just come back, but be in a room by yourself in a quiet place, okay? And remember, guys, wherever you are in the world, to be vegan and not violent. Here's a little song we're going to listen to for a second. Be vegan, not violent. Be vegan, not violent. Be vegan, not violent. Show empathy. Have mercy. Animals are here with us, not for us. There we go. Animals are here with us and not for us. Okay. Thank you guys for the moment of pause there. Let's go to somebody else here. We have 72 people wanting to come in, but unfortunately, it seems like there's some people who, I don't know if you're children or not, and you have to be over 18. For example, here somebody has an account that's called the letter Z. They have 3,000 followers, but no bio. Don't know if you are vegan or not. Let's see though. I don't see anything mean written on your account. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, here is your card to read out loud. Today we're talking about different vegan facts, and this is about zoos. Can you read this one?
Yeah, sure. Vegans don't go to zoos because it's wrong to kidnap elephants, giraffes, and monkeys from their families and then use them to make money.
What do you think about this?
I think that's facts.
Yeah. Do you think that it's true that we shouldn't go to zoos?
We shouldn't go to zoos, circus, NEC type of road, and we shouldn't eat meat, obviously.
Yeah, we should not eat any animals. That's right. Hey, you sound like you know already quite a lot of stuff. Guys, let's tap on the screen. We have somebody who's a good teacher here. Tap on the screen 100 times if you think the teacher's doing a good job. And by the way, we're at 15.4 thousand likes. So see how long you stay here and see how well you do. You ready to read another one?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is random vegan fact number 7. It's about the first rule of Vegan Club. Do you know what it is? The first rule of Vegan Club?
Is don't eat meat. Don't eat any type of animals.
Well, it's a bit of a play on words. There used to be this movie, which I never saw, but it's kind of a famous line that says, the first rule of Fight Club is you don't tell anyone about Fight Club. I don't know if it's about boxing or something. Maybe you guys can let us know.
So don't we tell everybody that we're vegan and we should be proud of being vegan because we're doing the right thing?
Yes, exactly. Here you go. Read it.
The first rule of Vegan Club is to tell everyone you're vegan, not to show off, but because we have a duty to try to undo the harm we did in the past.
Yeah, because in the past, all of us, we ate animals, we drank cow's milk. Many of us wore leather, which is the skin of a cow, and we did all kinds of things that we weren't really aware, we weren't really thinking. So when we know better, we can do better. When we know better,
Exactly.
we can change. When we make a mistake, we can apologize and say, yeah, I'm sorry to the animals that I hurt you, all of your family members. We don't have to ever eat bacon or sausage or anything like that ever again. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say some vegan facts, please?
Definitely you can say some vegan facts, yes.
Okay, a vegan fact is that plants don't feel pain.
That's true.
And we can name some vegan foods. For example, A for apple, B for broccoli, and so on.
That's good too, yes. Yeah, B, okay, you want to go through the list a little bit? See how, we'll go up a couple, okay? Yeah, so A,
Okay.
let's think of the letter A. Let's see if people can name vegan foods that start with the letter A. So you said apple. Let's see if there's any more. You look on TikTok, I'll look over here. Vegan foods that start with the letter A. Can we think of some, guys?
Let's see.
Someone said apple already. The letter A. Vegan foods that start with A.
Avocado, they said asparagus.
Oh, you got apricot over here and almond.
Almond.
Asparagus. Okay. Avocado, asparagus, apple. I'm thinking of one in French. Ananas, which is pineapple in French. But let's move to B. Vegan foods that start with the letter B. The only one I can think of off the top of my head are blueberries and
Blackberries.
broccoli, blackberry, bread. Bread is usually vegan. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Banana.
There are actually some vegan brownies, by the way. There's a vegan brownie.
There are vegan brownies. Yeah, and of course, beans. Beans which are high in protein and fiber, and most people are actually not eating enough fiber. Fiber is super important to help clean out your intestines for your gut microbiome. How about the letter, oh, someone said beetroot. Hey, thank you for that, whoever's participating here. People don't usually mention that one. Okay, vegan foods that start with the letter C. Can you think of any?
Cucumber.
Cucumber, good. Vegan foods that start with letter C, guys. Carrot, very good. Thank you
Celery.
Celery.
Cranberries. Corn.
Cranberries.
Caviar? Is caviar vegan
No,
food?
caviar is a
not.
fish eggs. No, and it's terrible. You know, they take the fish, they cut them open alive, rip out their eggs. It's so horrifying what humans do to animals. Poor animals. They didn't do anything to deserve that from us. We can eat so many other
someone
things.
said that, and I was like, what? Isn't caviar like a fish egg?
Yeah, it's a lot of little eggs. It's terrible to do that to animals. We don't need their eggs, not fish eggs, not eggs from anyone. All right, let's look at so we did C. So how about cauliflower? Okay, good. Letter D. Vegan foods that start with the letter D. Think of some and write them in the comments. Vegan foods that start with the letter D. You guys it's okay if you want to use social media to check if you think of some.
Dragon fruit, someone said.
Dragon fruit, good. And now what about something? Oh, Natalie, I think just wrote it. Hold on.
Dates.
Yes.
Camilla wrote dates.
Very good. Thank you for mentioning that. Okay. Dates. Okay. Let's see what else. Vegan foods that start with the letter E. E. Vegan foods that start with E. Can you think of any? No, dairy is not, by the way, dairy. No, you guys are writing dairy, and for that, you're going to get a timeout, okay? That's not okay. Dairy is not a vegan food. Eggplant, very good. Eggplant, otherwise known as aubergine. Eggplants are these big purple things on the outside, and you can cut them up and eat them, and you can put them in a blender.
Someone said asparagus.
Asparagus, yeah, we already did that, yeah. Now we're doing the letter E for eggplant. How about F? F, vegan foods that start with the letter F. Can you think of any? Fruit is sort of one in general, and the other one is actually fenugreek. Fenugreek is a little green plant that you could eat. Fenugreek. Somebody just said E for elderberry. That's good too. Yeah, all right. So somebody's just wrote fish, which of course we don't eat. So you're going to get a timeout now. I've given you a bit of a warning. So your timeout now is going to be for 24 hours. Okay?
By the way, you need some TikTok moderators and YouTube.
And moderators.
Because people type like horrible things here.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Yeah, maybe one day when I get to know you better, you could be a moderator. You seem like you definitely know things. Just I'll have to have, seen your face, maybe talk to you on the phone or something like that. But look, thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate you.
Wait, can I say something last thing?
Sure.
Okay, so what I want to say is, you could go on YouTube and you could type something like how animals are being treated in the egg industry, and then you would see how animals would be treated. So then maybe if you're not vegan, you'll at least every time you eat an egg, you'll feel some sort of pain, and hopefully then you can start. It's you shouldn't go all the way in. Try to go slowly at least. Give it a try. It's nice.
Give it a try, yeah. Start to become vegan. It takes 100 clicks to become vegan, and the first thing you do is you educate yourself. So you know that veganism is good, it's good for your health, good for the planet. Of course, it's good to save 100 animals per year. And who wouldn't want to save 100 animals per year? Right? So yeah, but I think I really like your advice. You can go to the internet and just type in how are animals treated, or you can go to a really important documentary that all of us have seen, which is called Dominion Movement, or Dominion. You can just write that in. Another one that I saw that really made me sad and helped me to become vegan was a documentary called Earthlings. Earthlings. So we're all on the Earth Day, and we are Earthlings here, all of us. And it was quite an eye-opener. It did make me cry, though. Yeah, it made me cry. But you know what? Every single day is a new day to learn. Even if you cry, you're still learning. Thanks for coming, everyone. Every day's a new day to learn, to discover. for coming, guys. Every day's a new day. Let me read a little bit more. Every day's a new day. Some people are gay. To learn. That's okay. To discover your empathy. Today we're coming out as vegan. Every day's a new day. To learn. And to be vegan with me. So here we're coming out actually as vegan. We are, it's okay if you're gay, but we're not coming out as gay today. We're not telling everybody if we're straight. We're not telling everybody if we're bisexual or if we're a lesbian. It's not really important. You can do whatever you want as long as it's consensual. And of course, I do support love and finding somebody that you love. But today we're talking about something even more important than coming out as gay or lesbian, and that is coming out as a vegan. Now, I hope that when you come out as a vegan, that everyone in your family will support you. I hope that when you come out as a vegan, everyone in your family will give you a big hug and say, let's Google some vegan recipes together. I hope when you come out as vegan, that your friends, your family, people at school will say to you, you know what? That's really cool that you're going to stop hurting animals. And I hope that everyone will be kind to you. Unfortunately, sometimes when you come out as vegan, people are very selfish. And they'll say things like, oh no, now we won't be able to have a dead turkey on the table at Thanksgiving. At which point, you can say, you know what? We don't need to have a dead turkey on the table at Thanksgiving. And we don't need to have a dead lamb on the table at Easter. And we don't need to have any kind of death when we're celebrating anything. Celebrations should involve life and joy and happiness, not cruelty. Right? Hey, thank you guys so much here on my YouTube and TikTok channel. Thank you for subscribing. If you subscribe right now, I'm going to try to read as many of your names because I appreciate that. And no, I don't want the rodeo hat on my head, okay? TikTok, I don't like that. You guys over here, thank you, by the way, for the super chats before, guys. And I noticed a bunch of you guys are writing the word fish. So fish are actually, you can write the word fish. That's totally fine. We're happy that you're thinking about the fish. And remember that fish feel pain. Fish want to live. Fish don't want you to hurt them. And somebody says, but you're not allowed to write this, okay? You just wrote you like eating animals. So that's not okay. That was really cruel. We're here to protect animals, and for you to write that you like to eat their bodies, it's just mean, you didn't have to write that. So I'm going to ban you from the channel. You're never going to be able to communicate with me again. I'm going to hide you right now, right? Do not write anything mean here. The chalkboard here. The comment section is like a chalkboard. Okay, so your job is to write kind things to help make the world a better place. For some reason, somebody's writing that they're Mexican. I don't know what that has to do with anything. There are Mexicans who are vegan. A lot of vegan food is Mexican. Beans are Mexican. You can have, beans are food that Mexicans eat, and many of us eat them. You can have mashed up beans. You can put beans in chili, vegan chili. You don't need to eat any animals. And speaking of that, also our dogs should never be eating animals. And this is why you should be getting vegan dog food. You see this here? Thanks, by the way, thank you very much, Michael. Thanks so much for subscribing to my channel. Hey, Peter, thank you for subscribing. Hi, Christine. Thank you for following. Thank you, guys. Oh, Lucky, thanks for following. Got Lucky, Autumn, we've got Rihanna, we've got Camila. Hi, Camila. Thanks, guys. So this is what vegan dog food looks like. You see, it looks like just like any other dog food. This is vegan kibble. It's made entirely from plants. And my dog Bella is 11 and a half, and she's very healthy eating vegan kibble. So you don't ever need to buy dead animals for your animal that you love, your animal companion in your home. Okay, if you think about it logically, if your dog can be completely healthy eating vegan kibble, why would you buy dead animals and bring them into your house if you don't have to? Okay, and this food, my dog Bella eats it 2 times a day. She'll have a cup in the morning and a cup at around 4 in the afternoon. I put some water in it, and it comes in a huge bag. See, I just put it in this little container to show you guys. But usually it comes in this huge bag, and you can order it online. It comes right to your home. And just make sure that you check that, make sure that it is vegan, okay? This is what vet-approved vegan dog food looks like. It has taurine in it. Cool, right? Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for considering that. Thank you very much for coming in. We got somebody named Robert here who wants to come in and read a card, which is great. Thanks, Robert.
Hi.
Hi, Robert. Tell us a little bit about where you are in the world.
So I'm in New York, United States, obviously, and that's where I am.
Okay. You're in New York. Cool. So I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here in Italy. It is 2:45 in the morning. It's like the middle of the night here. So we're already on Sunday.
Oh wow.
Sunday, and for you, I guess it is around 9 o'clock at night or 10. Is that right?
Yeah,
Saturday.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock. Okay, and it's
Yeah.
Saturday.
Well, actually, it's almost 9.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I thought so. So for you, it's still Saturday night. All right. All right. So how is your vegan journey going? Are you almost vegan? Are you vegan already, or?
So I just actually became vegan last month.
That's amazing. Well, happy Vegan Declaration Day to you.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. So you want to? Can you read this little card to people so people understand what veganism is?
Sure. Veganism isn't a diet. It's a justice movement against the against the exploitation of animals.
Actually, this says exploitation. To exploit somebody.
Exploitation, sorry.
So to exploit somebody means to use them. So vegans don't exploit anyone. So they don't steal their body parts. They don't steal their freedom. Vegans don't steal the lives of animals. We just don't use them. So for example, if we look at this animal here, can you explain why is this horse being exploited? What is happening with this?
Yeah. So it has that seat that people sit on to ride it, which is not vegan, obviously, because you're using the animal for you're riding it, which isn't vegan.
Right. So this horses do not consent for us to kidnap them, to put them in a stall. Horses do not consent to have a dead cow on their back, which is what a saddle is. They don't consent to have a bit in their mouth. They don't want you to decide when they go left, when they go right. They don't want to be kicked. And their back is not meant to carry you. So this is an example of an animal who is not being treated with respect. So vegans will respect animals without hurting them. Good job. Would you like to read this vegan promise since you are already vegan?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
My vegan promise to be kind from now on. I place my hand on my heart as I say these words. It's kind of blurry. I promise never to eat bacon, sausage, ham, pepperoni, salami, or any other body parts of animals, because I want to be a good person, and good people don't hurt animals. They protect them from people who do.
That's really, really great. Thank you so much for being a helpful person here, a very kind young man. We need more good people like you in the world.
Yes, everybody should be vegan. It's terrible to what they do to the animals.
Yeah, can you tell us how you became vegan to begin with? Like, what did you watch my lives and then decide to become vegan?
Yes, I did. I listened to everything you said.
That's great.
And it kind of all started to jump together.
Yeah.
And then I learned how they murder the animals, and it's terrible. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? Okay, well, is anybody in your family vegan yet, or are any of your friends? Usually it takes them a little while to catch up.
Yeah, well, my mom actually is, I started to convince her, and she's starting to step away from dairy, and she's actually starting to step away from meat.
You know what? That is so great. This is what is so amazing about going live. And I encourage all vegans to do live streams because you end up being able to connect with all kinds of people. And then there's like a domino effect. So for example,
Yeah.
you became vegan and now you're convincing your mom. And I'm sure once she becomes vegan, she's going to talk to her friends. And then it becomes like people in the neighborhood and so on. Yeah, because in the dairy industry, can you see this little cow? It's hard to see because of the reflection, but can you see
I
that?
see.
So this is a cow who was kidnapped from his mom and he's going to be killed because he's a boy in the dairy industry. So this is what's so terrible. In the dairy industry, that's what they do. They kidnap the baby boys. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. Guys, let's not pay anybody to kidnap baby boy cows from their moms and kill them. They want to live. They're just like puppies, really. It's really sad. We can drink all kinds of other things. And look at this picture here, for example. Imagine if you were this bunny. Can you see this little bunny? I know there's a reflection, I'm sorry, but this bunny here just saw all of his friends being killed. Look at that. Look, imagine how scared he must be. Makes me so sad to think about this. These poor bunnies are no different than kittens or cats. They've never done a single thing wrong to any of us. They don't deserve to be harmed this way, have their skin ripped off. Here in Italy, I see dead animals in the grocery store, just like you guys do everywhere. And I often see dead bunnies. And I can't imagine buying a bunny rabbit dead and eating him or her. It's so unnecessary. And they are bred into existence in the first place. A lot of people often say, well, they think if they don't eat the animals, they'll reproduce. But the fact of the matter is these are animals grown on farms, and all these farms should be shut down. The farms that have thousands and thousands of cows on them, they are being bred by us. They are being forced to be pregnant by us humans. And so what we need to do is we need to stop breeding them, and then the animals that are still alive, gradually over time, they can go to sanctuaries and they can be phased out. This planet does not need billions of cows on it. It is terrible for the planet, terrible for the environment. The methane that comes from when these cows fart, I know it sounds weird, but that's pollution. And also just trying to feed them takes so many crops. It's far better to just eat the crops ourselves instead of filtering them through the animals first. You guys know what I mean? Okay, let me just see here over here. If you guys want to say something in specific that you think I'm missing, you can put a super chat here on the screen over here on YouTube, and I'll try to read it out loud, okay? Let me see if I can grab some of your guys. Sometimes I can eat some. Oh, here's one in capital letters. Zephyr writes, eat tofu. I love veganism. Aw, that is great. Thank you so much for that. Hey, I can pin a message? I just noticed that I can pin your message. How cool. Well, thank you for writing that. I don't know how long it's going to stay pinned for. But we have somebody here whose name is Miso.
Hello.
Hello, Miso. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a vegan.
Fantastic. Do you know how to read?
Yes, I can read.
Okay, here's a card for you to read. Thank you for being a teaching assistant. Tell everyone.
Let me just tell my friend that I'm going to be speaking to you today.
Pardon me?
Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh.
Vegans don't go to places like SeaWorld because it's wrong to enslave dolphins and whales by forcing them to do tricks in swimming pools.
Very good. Right. So we don't go to places like SeaWorld because these animals are prisoners. They don't consent to being there. They don't want to be there. People think, oh, look how happy the dolphin is, but they're not happy. The only reason they are doing these things, they're very sad. The only reason they're doing these actions, jumping and doing what the human tells them to, is because if they don't get food. So it's very terrible. It's really a form of torture to keep these animals. And here's a very controversial one, but it is true. Here's another card for you to read.
Vegans are kinder than God because God created lions who tear baby zebras to death in front of their horrified mothers, while vegans fight every day to save animals by not eating, wearing, or using them.
Right.
Hey, Max. Okay, wait, yes.
Okay. Thank you for reading. How did you
Yes.
become vegan? Would you like to tell everyone?
Of course. So I was like, it's an emotional story for me. Okay, so I was like, I used to eat KFC like quite a lot, and it was like it was such a bad habit, and I used to, yeah, and I would like, it was so bad for me, and then I realized like, it's not good, and I realized like, there's a lot of healthier alternatives to like chicken, so I started having like corn and stuff, and it made it like taste the
Okay,
same.
so I
but
know what you're talking about when you're saying corn, but what people think of is corn on the cob. But what you're talking about is a brand name of a vegan food called
Yes.
corn, which is spelled differently. So you see why it's so important when you're a teaching assistant here to clarify that. Not everybody in the
Yes.
world knows that. In fact, I've never seen that product myself in real life in any of the grocery stores here in Italy or in any of the grocery stores in Canada. Okay, so you're talking about you found an alternative to eating chicken, which is great. So you decided to eat the vegan version. And just, I want to thank you so much for doing such a great job reading the cards. And guys, I know that many of you guys are triggered by this because you are religious people. But part of my goal here is also to teach general critical thinking skills. And most religions are not helping people because the vast majority of people who are religious are still not vegan. So why is it that all of the churches and the synagogues and the mosques are not reminding you every day to not hurt animals? They should be reminding you. If your religion is being run by people up there talking to you who have innocent murdered animals in their intestines, you should raise your hand and say, "Excuse me, why aren't you vegan yet?" You should ask your rabbi, and you should explain that they cannot talk about love and peace in the world if they have corpses in their intestines. That's just mean. It's not okay. All right? Okay. Random vegan fact. Being vegan helps both animals and the planet. Let's get somebody else to read here. Oh, hold on. Let me just read a bunch of your names out. Thank you guys for following me. Wow. All right. We had already 8,000 people here who came in through the lives. Thank you guys on TikTok for coming in. Thanks everyone for sharing the live stream. Let me just see here. If I see you writing that you're reposting, I'm going to try to read your name out loud. Hey, Fred. Thanks for reposting. Thank you. Thank you, Levi. Thank you for reposting. Thank you, Kenzie. I see you. Thank you to Josie who just joined. Hi, Josie. Hi, son. Thanks for coming in. Hi, King. Hi, Alana. Hey, B-Boy. Alexia. That's awesome. Hi, Scottish Troller. Oh, we have a troller. Hopefully you're actually kind and just joking. All right, let's go here. We have somebody named Nosy. Let me see if I should put this person. This person only has 1 follower. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you in because it's a very high possibility that you're a spam account. Next person is NYT Fallen. The person has only 262 followers, but let's see what it says. Should I let the person in? We're trying to make that decision. Apex Content. NYTS Sports owner and founder. I don't know what that means. Oh, hold on a second. I have a super chat over here. Just 1 second, okay, TikTok? All right, this is by Francis over on YouTube. Francis writes, "Why did you use AI? Oh, your super chat just disappeared. See, the blue ones don't stay on the screen very long. Sorry about that. It just flew up. Why did I use AI? Sometimes I use AI if I'm going to use it to make the world a better place to help the animals. You should not use AI to just randomly create images just for nothing. AI is a very good tool, and my husband uses it at work all the time. He's an engineer. A lot of people do if it helps in their job. But of course, it's another technology that we should be careful with. And vegans have a right to live on the planet. And I use AI occasionally if I am trying to look up something. that is easier and it makes it better for the animals. But in general, no, we can use other ways. You can do that. Okay? Don't use AI to just tell it to make silly pictures that you're never going to use. If you're going to use it, and make sure that you are doing something good for the world with the way that you're using it. Does that make sense? All right, let me see. Eat tofu, love veganism. Your comment is still pinned. All right. Who else do we have? Anybody else want to, if you write something positive, I will try to read it out loud if I can catch it. And on TikTok, we're going to get the next person in here. Yeah, the person NYT. Maybe see if they want to come in. Doesn't seem like there's anything mean written there. So we're going to read this card out loud. Being vegan helps save both animals and the planet. Hi. Well, welcome. Here's your card to read out loud.
Sorry, this is lagging. Being vegan helps save both animals and the planet. Go kill yourself because I'm not a vegan.
Did you just ask me to hurt myself? Why would you do that? You know, that's a terrible thing to say. You know, what if I was already like really sad in my life and you just told me to do that? Don't you find it bizarre that you did that? Why would you tell anyone to harm themselves? You know, there's other vegan teachers here too. And actually, life is pretty difficult when vegans are being told to harm themselves. It's kind of creepy and weird. So, you know, not only do you hurt animals, but you also want people who defend them to kill themselves? What is wrong with you? How strange. Oh, I have a super chat over here. Let me see what this says. This is by somebody named And JL Music, who, thank you for the $10 donation. That was very sweet of you. And the person writes, hey, vegan teacher, I started a new job, mostly vegan friendly, but they're considering leather. Oh, yeah, leather is skin from a cow. And leather is, if it's soft leather, it's skin from a baby cow. I want to push for a change, but may leave if not. Any advice? Okay. So I don't know what you mean by leather. Like, in what sense? Like, are you being forced to wear leather boots or something like that? Sometimes on construction sites, they have the steel in the toe covering, and they force people to wear leather boots. I don't know if that's the case. Just remember that being vegan means doing your best. It just means doing your best. If you have a vegan alternative, use it. If you don't have a vegan alternative, then remember you're allowed to live on the planet. You're allowed to survive. For example, car tires apparently have some non-vegan product in them. But that doesn't mean you're never going to take a bus. Okay, you're allowed to live. I do thank you very much for your super chat here. And I'm going to press a heart, boop, and I'm going to press a thumbs up, boink, because I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot. All right, I'm going to read the rest of this card myself. Because the person before was pretty cruel. So being vegan helps save both animals and the planet. A field can produce up to 15 times more plant protein than animal protein when used to grow crops instead of raising animals for food. So isn't that amazing? Just picture a field right now. Field can produce up to 15 times more plant protein than animal protein. Just let that sink in. How much better it is to grow the crops to feed us than to grow the crops and filter them through the animals first. So eat the plants directly. Don't filter them through animals first. Don't filter them through animals first. Okay. Now we're going to take a moment to think about the animals who are terrified right now on factory farms. I want you to imagine that you are a little animal terrified on a factory farm. You just saw your brothers being killed, and now you're going to be killed yourself. How terrible would you feel to see your friends ahead of you in this giant factory farm? They're lining you up, and they're going to cut your head off. How terrifying. Awful. And you can't see these animals. They're hidden from your sight. can't see the animals, they're hidden from your sight. Their terrified eyes are pleading with all their might for you to save them by being vegan from now on. Let's listen one more time. Tap on the screen, TikTok. You can't see the animals, they're hidden from your sight. Their terrified eyes are pleading with all their might for you to save them by being vegan from now on. It's true. The animals are terrified right now. And they want you to be vegan from now on. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you very much. Let me see. I have another super chat here. This is by Jay, who writes, "Are pearls vegan? I find them mesmerizing." Pearls? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. If there's any chance that any kind of a sea creature is sentient, then you should not eat them. You should not touch them. You should leave them alone. All the fish in the sea, I mean, a general rule is don't bother anything in the oceans. You know, if you want to go for a little swim on the surface of the ocean near the shore, that's okay. If you want to go on the surface and not disturb anyone, that's fine. But, you know, to take your boat, let's say a motor boat on a lake, and just go zipping through the water. You know, my friend Danny, he had a motorboat. And I used to go on it, and then I stopped because I realized it doesn't feel right. Imagine you're a fish and this motorboat comes flying through the water. Like, it just seems sort of terrifying and wrong. I think that's their home. The ocean is their home. It's like another ecosystem. It's their planet too, and we don't have a right to hurt any animals. All right, let me see if did I already read this one here? Yeah, I already read this, Jay. So you can go and look that up. Jay, why don't you look it up and let us know, okay? Look it up to see, are pearls vegan? You can ask ChatGPT. That would be a question that you could ask because you will get an answer, or just Google it and come back and teach, all right? Thank you, Jay. I'll press a like on your comment too because it's very, very helpful question here. Good question. All right, Robin is here. Hello, Robin. Hi, Robin. Thanks for coming in. I can't hear you. I think you're muted. I can't hear you. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Robin. All right. Thanks for coming. Are you vegan yet?
No, but I have a question.
Okay. You can just read the card first. It's like a door that you got to open, and then you can ask, okay? You got to teach something first. Here you go.
Okay. Plants have all the protein you need to stay healthy, so you never need to eat meat, fish, eggs, cheese, or drink cow's milk.
Okay, good. So do you eat meat and fish and eggs?
No.
Okay, that's great. Do you drink cow's milk?
I used to, but I stopped.
Well, thank you very much for that on behalf of the animals.
Yeah.
Okay. You had a question you wanted to ask?
So, how do we know that our dogs have consented to getting paid?
To get what?
To, be paid.
Who pays dogs? What do you mean? You?
No, if you pet a dog.
Oh, to be petted. To be petted.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can tell if a dog wants to be petted. For example, when I go to pet my dog, if she rolls over and shows her belly, she's basically letting us know that she likes it. Another thing I learned my dog does, you've seen this too when you're walking past a cat. If a cat rubs up to you, they sort of are like saying hi. And if a dog comes and puts their paw on you, have you ever petted a dog and you're not sure if they want to be petted, then you take your hand away and then the dog comes and it's like tapping you like, hey, do that again. Yeah, you can tell. you can tell if animals want you near them or not, depending on their body language. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Brandon, thank you very much for the little decorations. Guys, I'm sorry. I just realized I haven't even been thanking you. So many of you guys are putting the little flowers on the screen. And somebody put like a little tofu there before. That is really very appreciated. Okay, guys, so I'm so sorry if I don't read it all the time out loud. But I do appreciate you guys. Anything else? Oh, hi. Yeah, Phoenix, thank you for the rose, for example, that you just put here. Okay, thanks for coming in. That was a great question. All right, how do we know if our dogs consent or any of our animals consent? Well, if they are coming back and they are asking for you to pet them, then that's okay. But of course, you should never ever touch an animal in a sexual way because, like children, they don't consent to that. We do not touch animals in a way like that. Hi, Danny. Somebody named Danny's here. Okay, thank you guys on YouTube. Thanks for coming in.
Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me, yeah?
I do hear you. Can you just wait 1 second? I'm just going to remove somebody here permanently. I'm just going to ban somebody because they're writing some messages which go contrary to what I'm teaching here. So no, we're not going to be promoting religion. And yes, we are going to be promoting veganism. Religions often make the world a worse place because most religions, they are led by people who are at the front of the church, or the synagogue, with people who have dead animals inside of them, and their job is to teach you how to be a better human. And if they themselves are not a good example of that, because they have corpses of innocent animals in their intestines, then no, we're not going to be promoting religion. Religion causes people to not think, and often causes them to actually be cruel. However, if your religion is telling you to be vegan, that's great. And when you really think about it, all religions tell you to be kind. So it's pretty obvious that you should be, which means being vegan. Hi there. Here's a card for you to read.
Can you read it for me? I'm dyslexic.
No, I don't read for you. You can read it.
Can I give it a go? Can I give it a go? If you're not vegan, you're paying people to kill animals, which means you're as cruel as the murderer.
Okay, good. What do you think about that?
What do you mean? What do I think about it?
Well, what do you think about this fact? Are you vegan yet?
I've been vegan for 16 years.
Okay, so then you agree with this?
To an extent, yeah.
Thank you for the confetti, Manuela. Thank you very much. I saw that. What do you mean to an extent? What does being vegan mean to you?
Being vegan to me means, yes, I do care about like the death of the animals and stuff, but I also think that like the people that do eat meat have the right to eat the meat. It's their
No,
own
I'm
decisions.
sorry. No, absolutely. I'm going to just get rid of you right now because you're not vegan. In fact, you're racist. You are racist towards the animals, and you're not welcome here. Do not call yourself a vegan. If you think it's okay for other people to harm animals, then you're not vegan. Your job as a vegan is to not harm animals and to speak out when people harm animals. Okay, what you're basically trying to tell me here is you're vegan for 16 years? That's bullshit. That is absolutely disgusting. You are not a vegan. Look, being vegan means that you're not racist towards anyone. You're not racist towards people, so you will always be kind to them no matter what they look like. And you will also not hurt the animals. You see, she's vegan. She doesn't eat cows, but she also doesn't eat dogs. She doesn't eat cats. She doesn't eat chickens. She is not racist towards the animals. She's not speciesist. You, however, are not a true vegan. If you say, oh, I don't hurt animals, but hey, you can go ahead and do so, that's messed up. That's like saying to somebody, you know, I'm not racist, but if you want to be, that's okay. We all know that's not okay. Or it's like saying, hey, I don't mind if you're gay or lesbian. or if I want to be gay or lesbian, but you guys just do whatever you want. If you want to be mean to gay people, that's okay. Like, it's all messed up. It's just not okay. You must be vegan, you must be morally consistent, and you must be not okay with other people hurting animals. Your job is to come onto social media and as much as you can to protect them from people who hurt them. Okay? All right. Thank you guys for listening. And, I just noticed that actually we have already been here for 1 hour. So that's great. Thank you guys for coming in. And our class is actually over. But if you have a last second super chat or something that you want to say to me, feel free to do so. I'll just stay for a couple more minutes, okay? Because I noticed, hey, Anne, thanks for the rose. If you guys want to jump to the top, if you're dying to say something, put a decoration on the screen here on TikTok to jump to the top if you have one last thing to say. And I'm just going to read some of the comments. Somebody says, I love God, but want to be vegan. Well, why don't you become vegan? Sweetie, if you think that God is good, I don't think that God is good, but if you do, then God would, of course, want you to be vegan. And if God does exist, and if God is good, of course God loves me because I'm protecting the animals. Right? Of course you should be vegan. Okay, Quinn writes, I have a question. Is it hard being vegan? Your question went away. It goes too fast. Sorry, guys, but you have to put it in a super chat for it to stick. Okay? All right, and thank you guys for being here also on my TikTok channel. So guys, listen, I want to thank everybody here for coming. Just the fact that you show up to a live stream means that you are smart because you're curious. And if you stay for a while and you really listen, that shows that you have an open heart, which is a great quality. Having an open heart, having an open mind is a great quality to have. So stick with that. Remain open, be curious, go and do some research yourselves. And if you're not yet vegan, well, today you've learned a couple of things and you're on your way. I'm just going to read a couple of more cards in case you guys are just joining and you just want to get the general message, okay? All schools should serve vegan foods only to teach kindness and compassion instead of cruelty and greed. Makes sense, right? All schools should only serve vegan foods. Schools should not have dead animals being brought into them. Right? Okay, what else do we have? All brave people should be vegan. Look at this one. All brave and smart people want to learn the truth. So if you're a brave person, well, you're going to be like, I'm going to be curious. I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to be brave enough to learn the truth. Therefore, all brave and smart people will watch Earthlings on YouTube. This is what it looks like when you go there. Well, there's different types of, actually, sometimes it's more black, but anyway, it's called Earthlings. Earthlings on YouTube. After you've seen it, come and write us and tell us what you've learned. So once this live stream ends, go and watch Earthlings on YouTube and come and tell me what you saw. The next live stream, come and teach, okay? It's really important that you watch that documentary. If you're not if you're not vegan, you're paying people to be violent towards animals, which makes you as cruel as the murderer. So don't hurt any animals. You don't have to. And don't pay anybody to hurt animals. You don't have to. Okay? Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys on TikTok. Big hug for you guys who stayed and watched the live stream and are trying to be as vegan as possible. And I'll see you guys in the next live, okay? All right, and you guys over here on YouTube. Oh, I just saw just a super chat. Let me just scroll back. This is from J. Rue Jameson Cerna. Thank you. I saw the super chat. You didn't write a comment. You just gave 99 cents, I think, or something like that. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming in. Somebody says, oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's going too fast. Somebody says they're a Therian. How can you be a Therian but not be vegan? You must be vegan. You have to be vegan if you care about animals. You can't eat them. That's not cool. Somebody says that somebody's being mean to another person. So Bassi wrote, you're not okay in the head. So Bassi, that wasn't very nice. I don't know who you said that to, but you're going to get banned for that, okay? Because that was mean. You're going to get put in a timeout for 24 hours. So even in my next live stream, you're not going to be able to comment. Okay, you don't say that to people. The only people you say that to are people who are murdering cats or cows or paying people to kill chickens or other innocent animals. Okay, we don't eat turkeys or anyone. What is this? Okay, so I see what you're saying. You're wondering if it's hard to find food at the shops. Well, no. When you walk into the grocery store, what's the first thing you usually see is all of the fruits and the vegetables, right? Yeah, every single one of them is vegan. Just start loading up your cart with all of them. Start by getting get some onions, onions and mushrooms and celery, and cut them up and put them in a frying pan. That's the base of a lot of really good meals. Very healthy for you. Okay, you can make a big soup, you can make stews. You got this, you can do this. So easy to be vegan. What else are you writing here? The Clearwater Marine Aquarium is a premier destination focused on rescue and rehabilitation. If that's really true, that's good, but you should not be going to zoos, which are there to make money. Okay, that's not something you should do. Somebody says, I dissected a cow heart. I think you mean in science class. Lily, you should have been a conscientious objector. That means you should have said, I refuse. If you are at school and they're telling you to cut apart an animal, you can say, I refuse. I will learn all that I need to know by watching some videos of people who have done it before me. I will never do it. All right? That's your moral responsibility, guys. Do not hurt innocent animals ever. Okay? All right, so guys, the live stream is finished. Thanks everybody for coming. Big hugs to all of you who are striving to be vegan. Thank you for having an open heart and an open mind. And thank you very much for doing your best not to hurt the innocent animals. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.